This episode of the A.T.TIPSCAST is sponsored by TextHelp Systems. TextHelp is moving Read and Write Gold's support features to the cloud with a new suite of web apps. The web apps will work within browsers on iPad, iPod Touch, iPhone, and other mobile devices, as well as PCs and Macs. The apps will include Read and Write Web, which will provide read aloud with dual color highlighting, along with dictionary, picture dictionary, translator, and study skills for HTML web content. eBook Reader, which will allow users to search for, download, save, and read aloud Bookshare ebooks. Speech, which will read aloud typed or pasted text. And Dictionary, which will provide text and image definitions for typed or pasted words. Call TextHelp at 1-888-248-0652. That's 1-888-248-0652, or go to texthelp.com for more information. That's texthelp.com. Welcome to the A.T.TIPSCAST, exploring and investigating the implementation of assistive technology in public schools. I'm your host, Chris Bouguet. This is episode number 81, the first episode of Season 5 of the A.T.TIPSCAST, recorded on October 2nd, 2011. Before we get rolling with Season 5 of the A.T.TIPSCAST, I wanted to say a quick thank you to TextHelp Systems for once again sponsoring some of the episodes of this season. If you haven't seen Read and Write Gold version 10 or the web apps mentioned in the spot, you really need to check them out. Of course, they're all useful, but the one that really blew my socks off when I saw it was the dictionary component that provides images of words. The dictionary is extremely robust, making it exceptionally useful for students who would benefit from seeing a visualization of the definition of a word. I've been trying to embrace the idea lately of giving people different options for how they'd like to learn a technology skill. When I write an assistive technology evaluation report or a follow-up email from a consultation, I usually include a list of recommendations. After these recommendations, I typically include a link to a how-to file or a sample. In fact, for years, that's all I included. Here's the recommendation, and here's a file on how to implement that recommendation. For instance, if it was how to record your voice in Microsoft Word, I'd include a link to a one-page document with screenshots on how to do just that. But now, trying to model best practices, I try to send not just one link. I try to send at least 3. One document is the how-to document, like I just described. Another is a video related to whatever I'm talking about. And the third is a piece of audio, probably a link to a podcast episode. This gives people options as to how they'd like to best experience the information. The A.T.TIP described in this episode is meant to provide an audio option for anyone who needs to know how to download something from the internet. For some people, this might seem like old news, but even in the most recent workshops I've participated in, there seems to be a large number of people confused about how to do this. So let's quickly review A.T.TIP number 209, Save Target As. Over the past 5 or 6 years, I've had an opportunity to present to a lot of different educators. One technology skill that seems to keep coming up over and over and over again is how to take a file off a website and save it to a location on the local computer. In order to keep this brief, I'm going to limit my description to how to do this with Internet Explorer. So here's how it goes. The program you use to view pages is called your Internet Browser. This is true for any type of computer you're on, even handheld tablets. Internet Explorer is one type of browser you might have heard of, but others are like Safari, Chrome, or Firefox. If you use one of those browsers and you'd like to put together a short audio clip describing how to download a file on any of those browsers, I'd be happy to play it here in a future A.T.TIPSCAST episode. Send me an email to attipscast@gmail.com with the file. When a person is making a website, everything they put on that website is given a web address, also known as a URL. For instance, when I put a Word document, or anything at all, on the blog site attipscast.wordpress.com, I upload it to a WordPress server, which automatically assigns it a URL. Now, let's say you come along and you see this Word document on the site. You see it listed as a piece of blue underlined text, which indicates it's a hyperlink. Because you want to see what's on that Word document, you're going to click on it. Depending on the settings on your computer, it might open within a tab in Internet Explorer. That means you're viewing the Word document using Internet Explorer. You see all the text, but you can't edit it. You've decided it's something you'd like to save to your computer so you can view it again later when you're not online, or maybe you want to download it so you can make some changes to it, or for whatever reason, you've decided you need to take a copy of that Word document from where it lives on that WordPress server and save it down to your local computer. Instead of clicking on the Word document, you're going to right-click on it. When you right-click on it, one of the choices you see is Save Target As. When you choose Save Target As, a window pops up that essentially is asking you where on your computer you'd like to save the file. Name the file whatever you want, like Greatest Document Ever, and pick a place to save it. If you tend to lose things on your computer, save the document to your desktop. This will make it easy to find later, and you can always move it to a different folder or some other location, or delete it once you're done with it. Once you've picked a location, select the OK button, and voila, you've downloaded a copy of the file. It still lives on the WordPress server, you've just taken a copy of it for yourself. I described how to do this with a Word document, but you can do this with other types of files like PDFs or audio files. That's right, you can download audio files that way too. So, for instance, when you go to A.T.TIPSCAST.wordpress.com and you see direct linked to audio, you can right-click and save the associated MP3 file down to your computer using Save Target As. And there you have it. Now you know how to download things from the internet. Hey there, bud. What's up?
Hey, are you almost done recording? We just got a call. Time to head out to my new job.
What new job?
You know, that new job I have. I told you all about it.
You did not.
Yes, I did. Remember? You were sitting right there, working on your computer, listening to the Bills game, and I told you all about the new job and how I needed your help with it.
Well, that explains it. I'm a guy. If the computer's up and the game is on, I probably wasn't listening.
Such a man. Okay, I'll refresh your memory on the way.
Let me just wrap up here and then we can get going, okay?
What's this episode about?
This one's on Save Target As.
Oh, Save Target As. Did you tell people about the video you made that helps explain that process?
I was just about to.
People can find it at bit.ly/SaveTargetAsVid. It gives an adequate representation of the process. Heck, that's how I learned it.
Adequate, huh? All right, well, thanks, bud. I'll be right there.
Okay, hurry up.
All right, everyone. I better get going to see what my wife's new job is all about. So I'm going to skip the outro for now.
Hey, sorry to interrupt again, but did you explain to people how to save pictures from the internet?
Why, no, I didn't. I forgot all about that.
Perhaps you should.
Okay, so you see a picture on a website and you want to save that. You follow the same basic process. You start with a right click, but instead of Save Target As, choose Save Picture As or Save Image As. How's that?
Cool. Now let's go.
Okay, I'm on my way. Everyone, as you can hear, I have to run to go help my wife at her new job, whatever that is. Until next time, may all your interventions be inclusive, and may all your strategies be supportive.
Let's go!